Love this article by the Rutland Herald that called arms on the Vermont heroin opiate addiction epidemic. Here we have Victoria DeLong of Rutland, I believe that's Cottage Street, pointing out a house where the drug dealings occur. Yes, I've heard it since the mid-90s that it's been happening on Cottage Street. Why don't the police put these people in jail? No, they just let it happen. Almost makes you wonder if the police are involved in it or getting some money kicked back from it. On Cottage Street, the foot traffic is heavy in and out. Number 24 and a half, Red Story Cottage set back from the street. Yeah, we know what they're doing in there. So do the police, but nobody ever gets arrested. So how can you deal with a crisis if you're not going to convict anybody? And here they say towards the bottom, a full-blown heroin crisis. Yes, it is. It's sickening. People will rob you blind in this town just so they can go get their fix. Maybe you're not sure what an opiate addiction is, such as heroin, prescription pain pills like oxycodone, oxycontin, hydrocodone, all those things that you see. There's even signs at dentist offices. We do not prescribe opiates unless it's a most extreme condition. That's right. There's probably not a person in Rutland County whose life has not been affected by the opiate addiction. Because one, they'll either rob you or break in your house and steal anything out of your house, your car, your vehicle, or there's a bunch of crackheads in this town. So it's pretty sad when a whole city, 30,000 people, and a good majority of them are addicted. Rutland City Police and the welfare agencies and all these other agencies that are fighting this aren't doing this correctly. They say you can't separate child abuse, domestic violence, and opiate abuse because in many situations all resides in the same house. Now we'll set up an intervention, not just wait for something to happen. The problem is we have 2 opiates or 3 clinics here in Vermont, Rutland area that I've heard. So if you don't get your opiates, you can go in there and get the synthetic drugs. So all they're doing is basically reinforcing a negative behavior with a synthetic drug. Drug addiction is nothing more than a form of obsessive compulsive disorder. You can't keep enabling these people, society. It doesn't work. I'm not sure why Vermont Orthopedic Clinic comes up when I Google opiate addictions, but maybe they do something there I don't know about. We do have the West Ridge Center down in the Howell Center and the Rutland Regional Medical Center. I can tell you that West Ridge Center, I went down to bring my bottles and cans back to the Bottle Redemption Center. And there was people lining up at the place. I had no idea what it was because I don't live in Rutland City. And I said to the guy at the window, what are they doing? He says, they're crackheads, heroin addiction, opiate people. They're waiting for their synthetic drugs. So, there was probably 20 or 30 people lined up that morning. I'm thinking to myself, this is crazy. You can't get the real drug. Go line up for this place and go in there and get you synthetic drug. Go get you high on. Go get sedated. What good is society doing? And I found this on the internet. Medication-assisted therapy such as methadone and buprenorphine in combination with counseling is recognized as the most effective treatment for opiate addiction. No, substituting one drug for another drug is not part of the effective treatment. Make these guys go Jonesy. Make them go cold turkey. But you don't substitute one drug with another. It's not proper counseling technique. And here you can see the services provided by West Ridge Center. They serve people with addictions to heroin, prescription painkillers, and morphine. Thank God I have a morphine opiate allergic sensitivity. I can't take any of that stuff, so thank you, God. And why do I say thank God? Because the problem is if you take pain pills, 9 times out of 10, either the person develops an allergic reaction, a sensitivity to them, or they become addicted. So met with this guy at the gas station the other day. I couldn't see what was on the back of his truck. I asked him to take a picture. He's basically lost a couple friends to heroin and opiate addiction. So it says, it is not the disease, but neglect of the remedy which destroys life. So even this person is wise enough to realize that you can't treat an addiction by giving a synthetic drug to members of society. So the people with addiction problems, where can they go if they don't have the clinic to go to? In Rutland City, there's the Turning Point Center. It's a nonprofit recovery center, but they don't do anything clinical. You just go in there, you can play cards, you can play board games, you can hang out, have some food, have some coffee. But there's actually no clinical counseling that happens there. But this company, Turning Point, solicits funding for hundreds of thousands of dollars per year from members of society. And I'm sure this lady, Tracy Hawk, here is a great person, but there was a thing in the paper quite a few years ago. She was a nurse at a dentist's office where they give out prescription pain pills, opioids. She became addicted on them, lost her job as a nurse. Now she's the executive director down here, helping people with addiction process like she had go through it. And again, we see that Turning Point is a member of the Vermont Recovery Network, which means anything? No, not really. If you're not going to be clinical training or give any sort of clinical counseling other than having a little party pad for these people to come in and hang out to escape, which can be kind of a benefit to get away from where maybe the drugs are going on in their home or something like that. But really, if you're not going to give any kind of clinical counseling, what is even the purpose of having these places? Consuming funds from society, members that donate towards a good cause that could be actually going to something that will benefit their cause or remedy towards the addiction process. And here we see this is from the Rutland Regional Medical Center, medication-assisted therapy mat. Sickening. Yep, like I said there. Can get you fixed one way through the opioids, heroin, crack cocaine. We'll give it to you synthetically. And then you wonder why the opioid addiction, heroin, crack problem in the city of Rutland, Vermont is only getting worse year by year. When you slice your arm open with a machete, you can't fix it with a Band-Aid. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like it, share, and subscribe. I could use all the supporters. Thank you.